Imagine a deity whose realm was not the heavens, the underworld, or the sea, but the humble orchard. Meet Pomona, the Roman goddess of fruit trees. This unique divinity has no parallel in Greek mythology, standing alone in her dominion over orchards. Pictured as a youthful maiden, she graces the world with her fruit crown and a pruning knife, her trademark tools. As a hamadryad, a nymph intrinsically linked with a specific tree, she breathes life into the groves she tends. Her name, etched in the roots of words like pomegranate and apple, whispers a tale of her deep connection with the fruit-bearing trees. Pomona was not just a goddess of the orchards, she was a goddess who lived a love story worthy of the gods themselves. Picture this, a hamadryad, a wood nymph, tending to her beloved fruit trees, preferring the company of their whispering leaves and the sweet songs of the birds over the fickle mirth of the gods. This was Pomona. But before we dive deeper her tale, take a moment to hit that subscribe button and become a part of our community, where we share stories of the gods, the myths, and the legends that shape our world. Now back to Pomona. She was a solitary entity, finding joy in the blossoming flowers and ripening fruits, her hands skilled in the careful art of pruning. Enter Fruitfulness, the god of seasons, a deity of change and transformation. Unlike the constant, nurturing Pomona, Fruitfulness was a shifting entity, his moods mirroring the ever-changing seasons. He was enamored by the maiden goddess, yet Pomona, with her preference for solitude, was elusive. So Fruitfulness turned to trickery, disguising himself as an old woman, a guise that allowed him to approach Pomona without arousing suspicion. In the guise of an old woman, Fruitfulness spoke to Pomona of love and companionship, weaving tales of unity and growth that mirrored the cycles of nature. He praised the beauty of Pomona's orchard, but gently reminded her that even the most beautiful tree needs the seasons to bear fruit. He was the seasons, he confessed, revealing his true form. Pomona, moved by his words and his dedication, opened her heart to Fruitfulness. Their marriage was a union of constancy and change, a symbol of abundance and growth. Their love story, etched in the boundless orchards, echoed the harmony between the rhythms of nature and its bountiful rewards. In their union, the cycle of seasons found its sweet fruition in the orchards, a testament to the harmony between nature's rhythms and its bounties. Pomona's influence extended beyond the orchards and into the heart of Roman culture. This goddess of fruit trees and orchards was more than just a divine gardener. She was a symbol of abundance, growth, and the cyclical nature of life, deeply woven into the fabric of everyday Roman life. In the heat of summer, when the first fruits were ripe and ready for the plucking, the Romans would celebrate Pomona. On the 13th of August each year, they would honor her, their baskets heavy with the early bounty of the harvest. This was not just a celebration of the fruits themselves, but an acknowledgement of the goddess who nurtured the trees and bestowed upon them the gift of fruitfulness. But the Romans didn't stop their festivities there. As the year turned and the leaves began to fall, they would organize another festival for Pomona on the 1st of November. This was a time when the orchards were bare, the fruits harvested and stored away for the coming winter. Yet, the Romans didn't forget Pomona. In a tradition that echoes in our modern Halloween, they would use apples, a fruit closely associated with the goddess, in their celebrations. This was a time of remembering, of giving thanks, and of looking forward to the next cycle of growth and abundance. One cannot talk about Pomona without mentioning her most significant attribute, the pruning knife. This was not just a tool for Pomona, it was a symbol of her role as a nurturer and shaper. With this knife, she would prune the trees, removing the dead and unnecessary, encouraging new growth, and shaping the trees to bring forth the best fruits. This was a reflection of her role in Roman culture, where she was seen as a divine force guiding the people towards growth and prosperity. Thus, Pomona, with her pruning knife, shaped not just the trees, but also the cultural fabric of Rome. Pomona's legacy persists, not just in the etymology of words, but also in the annals of art and literature. This Roman goddess, a hamadryad who tended to fruit trees and orchards, has been a muse for numerous artists and writers throughout the centuries. Her image, a young maiden crowned with fruit and wielding a pruning knife, has been an enduring symbol of abundance and growth. She has been depicted in paintings, sculpted in marble, and written into stories, her tale resonating with the cyclical nature of life and the importance of nurturing growth. Even today, her influence can be seen in works that celebrate nature and the changing seasons. Her legacy also extends to our language. The words pomegranate and apple, along with others in English and French, owe their roots to Pomona. Even the celebration of Halloween, with its tradition of bobbing for apples, has links to the festivals held in her honor. From the ripening of the first fruits to the turning of the seasons, Pomona's influence is a reminder of the sacredness of nature's cycles and the richness of Roman mythology.